You're watching Football Daily, and these are the top 10 football journeymen. 10. Zlatan Ibrahimović. First on our list is Swedish superstar Zlatan Ibrahimović. The giant striker has possibly the most impressive CV in world football, or at least he'd say he does. But he's got a point, as all-time top scorer for the Swedish national team, and having spent time at 7 of the biggest clubs in Europe, including AC Milan, Juventus, Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain. He won 8 consecutive league titles in 3 countries between 2003 and 2011. Despite the ponytail, you have to respect Zlatan. 9. Felipe Melo. Tough tackling midfielder, i.e. hatchet man Felipe Melo, has already played for 10 clubs by the age of 32. After leaving his native Brazil, he made his way through several mid-table Spanish teams before transferring to Serie A. Unfortunately for him, a move to Juventus didn't really work out and he was offloaded to Galatasaray. These days, if you want to see a two-footed studs-up tackle, you can tune in to an Inter Milan game and see Melo still doing what he does best, trying to add to his total of 16 career red cards. 8. Samuel Eto'o. 4-time African Footballer of the Year Samuel Eto'o has played for 11 clubs in his career, winning 2 Champions Leagues with Barcelona and 1 with Inter Milan. The Cameroonian might be older than your dad at this point, but unlike your dad, he's a product of Real Madrid's academy, has played for Chelsea and Everton, and is now in Turkey with Antalyaspor. Having netted over 350 career goals, Eto'o has shown time and again that the finishing instinct doesn't disappear with age. 7. Nikola Anelka. Nikola Anelka burst onto the scene with Paris Saint-Germain as a 16-year-old, and by 2015 he'd been the most unpopular player at 12 different clubs. At first he got moves because of his talent, but as time went on his habit of pissing off fans and managers saw him shipped out to destinations as exotic as China, Turkey and West Brom. With 69 caps and Arsenal, Liverpool and Juventus among his former sides, the Frenchman is now player-manager of Mumbai City in the Indian Super League. 6. Alessandro Diamanti. Alessandro Diamanti is the sort of player you might recognise from FIFA but not from real-life football. That's because 9 of the Italian's clubs have been in his homeland, and in 2014 he moved to Guangzhou Evergrande in China for reasons which you can't prove had anything to do with money. Diamanti has also featured in the Premier League, where he spent a year with West Ham and in 2015 joined Watford on loan, his 12th side as a professional player. 5. Pablo Dani Osvaldo. Pablo Dani Osvaldo is better known for his troublemaking than for his football, which perhaps explains why he played for 12 teams before turning 30. At Roma he allegedly bitch-slapped Eric Lamela during a dressing room argument, and started a fight with Jose Font while at Southampton. In 2015 he went to Porto and then to Boca Juniors on free transfers after Southampton terminated his contract. The Saints fans nicknamed him Captain Jack Sparrow after his resemblance to Johnny Depp, and no doubt if his behaviour stays the same he'll be setting sail yet again before too long. 4. Yakubu. Yakubu Ayagbeni, known simply as Yakubu, built his reputation as a goal machine in Portugal, England, Israel, China and Qatar before he went to Kayserispor in Turkey, his 13th side. Throughout his career in Europe, there was speculation over his true age, and in 2008, David Moyes said Yakubu was a Nigerian 25, meaning he's somewhere between 30 and 90. Whatever his age, the Yak is a real tank on the pitch, and if you feed him, he will score, and ask for seconds by the look of him. 3. Christian Vieri. Notoriously grumpy Italian Christian Vieri played for 13 different clubs in his career, and at one time was among the most feared strikers in the world. In fact, scoring was so easy for Vieri that he once didn't celebrate his goals for a whole year. His teams included Milan, Inter, Juve, Fiorentina and Atletico Madrid, where he won La Liga's Golden Boot, the Pichichi, in his first and only season. Even after becoming the world's most expensive player in 1999, when Inter paid £32 million for him, Vieri was still permanently pissed off, telling journalists at a press conference, "I'm more of a man than all of you put together." And he's presumably not aware of Italian stereotypes, as he started a fashion label and opened a restaurant after retiring. 2. Rivaldo. Every football fan knows about Rivaldo's incredible success with the Brazilian national team, but his club career is much weirder and more obscure. He won the Ballon d'Or in 1999 and probably should have won an Oscar for a dive against Turkey, when he dropped to the ground holding his face after the ball hit him in the thigh. Rivaldo played for 14 different sides, from European giants like Barcelona and AC Milan to Cabascorp in the Angolan League and Bunyodkor in Uzbekistan. His final club was Brazilian side Mogi Mirim, where he and his son Rivaldinho played together and even both scored in the same game. 1. Luca Toni. Over nearly a quarter of a century, Italian forward Luca Toni has been injured in training for some of the world's most prestigious sides. But despite his fitness problems, Toni has still racked up over 300 career goals. In 2013, he arrived at his 16th team, Hellas Verona, where he claimed the 2014-15 Capocannoniere, the Serie A Golden Boot, at the age of 38. There has even been talk of a return to the Italian national team, suggesting that we have not yet reached the final chapter for one of European football's greatest journeymen.
But what do you guys at home think? Is there anyone in the modern game who could beat Luca Toni? Let us know in the comments below. And from one extreme to the other, why not go over to Euro Football Daily and check out their one club men, some players who've shown real loyalty. And as ever guys, don't forget to like and subscribe.